large. Tony's in charge, he's got the knowledge, the skills, and the art. Streaming live, stock trading all day, helping people learn and make money their own way. From Wall Street to Tokyo, Tony's got the flow, teaching the game, ain't nothing to show. He's got the charts, the trends, and the moves, making profit, making moves his groove. Trade with Tony, he's the man. Learn from him, you'll join the winning band. Making money worldwide, and it's a blast. Trade with Tony, and making fortune fast. charge, Tony's in charge. She's got the knowledge, the skills, and the art. Streaming live, stock trading all day, helping people learn and make money their own way. From Wall Street to Tokyo, Tony's got the flow. Teach you the game, ain't nothing to show. He's got the charts, the trends, and the moves. Making profit, making moves is groove. Trade with Tony, he's the man. Learn from him, you'll join the winning band. Making money worldwide, it's a blast. Trade with Tony and making fortune fast.
There we go. Keep forgetting that I put it on mute whilst the scanners are on. So, yeah, happy Monday and a merry new week, guys. Good day to everybody. Let's hope that we can have a lovely, profitable week. So we're looking to start a new green streak. So we ruined it on Friday. We had a 12-day green streak. We'll look to start a new one and hopefully beat that going forward. So, yeah, happy Monday. We've got a lot of earnings coming out this week. We pulled back quite considerably on the market. Nvidia is under 800, which is disappointing. But you know, if it falls below 750, I'm just going to buy more. And it's a discount. I think it will go. Ultimately, the prices only ever go in one direction, and my average is what, 360 or something like that. Anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, let's. I traded MLEC, didn't trade it the best, but any green's good green. Let's do roll call. Good morning, Lisa. Stone Cold. Good morning to you, buddy. Alberto, always a pleasure to see you here. John. Stuff, Ricky. Hello, my Ed. How's Ireland? Daniel, how you doing, buddy? So let's. I'm back on the old pockety tick since I was banned the midway through last week. Don't ask me why, but I'm back on TikTok. If you want to watch it on TikTok. If you're watching on TikTok, you see more on YouTube anyway. But remember to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. What else do I need to get off my chest before we start? That's about it. Yeah, AGBA, which is what I'm looking at right now. Agba Group, NKGN. Those are sub $2 stocks that are moving. Those are the two momentum stocks. One to the upside, one to the down. We've got. MLEC, it's kind of hovering around $3. I think we might have caught the top of that move. There's a big mover. It's currently 113% up on the day. I want to see it making new highs now. Good volume, but we've hit the volume top certainly. So on that last move up, and we'll see. What else? TRSG IPO on Friday. That's one of the top gappers. So Tungray Tech. And then we've got the well, no real gappers after that. Those are the only two gappers at the moment, MLEC and TRSG. So, well, dude, you never know. But I'm hoping we'll get more than that. It's okay if we've managed to get green on that one to start off with. I'm not just talking about me. I've managed to get green on it, but I'm talking about you guys. If you managed to take a green trade on that today, lock it up. It looks like it's on the way back down again. We should get something else. We're about to get the 8 o'clock scrum in a little under a minute. So we usually get a lot of news drops at the top of the hour, so that might start something going at 8 o'clock. Hopefully we'll get a nice solid mover that we can all profit from. A big week ahead, Jack. Absolutely. Hey, Philly fan, how you doing, buddy? Alistair, how's Newcastle? Oh, clouds, what's that? Oh, Nimbus. All right, okay. Here comes the algo scrum. Not even going to look at anything that hits the signals because it's the algo scrum, the 8 o'clock algo scrum. Okay, earnings this week. Let's have a quick look at what we've got for earnings. Some big names due out this week. So today, Globe Life's a reasonable sized org. Buffalo Hills, yeah, not really feeling that. Let's see who we got tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow pre-market we've got Xerox. Oh, no, we've got MSCI, Halliburton making a lot of money at the moment. Whenever there's Lockheed as well, Lockheed Martin, whenever there's wars going on, they make a lot of money. So that's all before the market opens. Any other big names? So after hours tomorrow, let's see who we've got. Enphase, Visa, Chubb, Tesla is probably the biggest coffee table name tomorrow. We've got Trustmark. I might actually take a strangle with Tesla. Texas Instruments. Yeah, I think I might do that with Tesla. And see that they'll have a bit of volatility tomorrow. So it might be worth a straddle or a strangle. There'll be another one yet, Alistair. Don't worry about missing MLEC. It used to be a customer of mine, actually, Alistair, but back in the day, well, customer is one of the people that work for me. On Wednesday, we've got General Dynamics, Hasbro. All before pre-market, AT&T. So this is the Biogen. This is the week where we get a lot of big names in the earnings. After hours, we've got, who have we got? Anyone on Wednesday? Ford, Nanobiotics, IBM, that could be a good one to watch. Ah, there we go. Facebook or Meta. They're on Wednesday. So we've got Facebook. They always move. They've been moving very violently on earnings, so that could be worthwhile. Just taking a strangle or a straddle, whatever flavor you're having yourself. Then on Thursday, Towers Watson is pre-market, and quite a few pre-market, but the big names are all after hours. So let me have a look. After hours, we've got Snap, after hours, Intel, just to name a couple. We've got Google, or Alphabet, as they like to call themselves these days. We've got Roku, Microsoft. So Thursday is going to be a big after-hours session. So I might get up early for that one. Let me know if you want me to do an after-hours streaming session on Thursday. I can get up at 4 or 3 o'clock and do that. We'll see what happens. See how I'm feeling. Well, there's quite a lot of big earners this week, guys. Oh, that popped up to 280. Looks like it might be a pop and a dropping. Hey, Adam. Nice. Well, good stuff. You got John. You got to goal on Air. I missed it. Too busy looking at earnings. But you can't catch them all. It ain't Pokemon. It looks like a pop and drop. It does have news. So we've secured a US patent which expands AirDial's IP and covers a combination of companies' proprietary genetic diagnostic to identify patients with specific genotypes. So there you go. Morning to you, Oscar. Doesn't look like it's holding. You got the pullback, John, before the actual drop, yeah? Nice bounce on the 9, actually, that one. So the spike on news, the pullback to the 9, the lovely 9 EMA bounce, and then the actual move up before it actually drops. So there's your pop, there's your drop. Oh, not such a very good move. Probably will go red on the day by the looks of it. Hungray Technology is Friday's IPO. It's up 19% from Friday's close. So it was a red day for it on Friday. We'll see what happens. Do you know what, Ed? That's one of the reasons when I see something popping, rather than looking to get in, the majority of the time, the first thing I do is I flick over and check Benzinga to see is there a catalyst and find out what the catalyst is. It just stalls my entry instead of I'm not just kind of FOMOing in on momentum. It just slows me down in terms of the entry, because they know if it's a good catalyst and a good move, it's going to have continuation, or it should have continuation. So the initial pop, getting in on that initial pop, you can profit from it, great. If you do it, fair play to you. But very often a pop and drop, and we've seen it time and time again. I mean, the initial move up, and if you get in at the top, it pulls back, and you think, oh, it's going to bounce. It's going to bounce at the 9. It's going to bounce at the 20. It's going to bounce at the VWAP. It's going to bounce at the whole dollar, and you end up losing way too much. So on Tesla, I'm actually bullish. Tesla, they've been quite beat up over the last couple of earnings, Tesla. So I'm thinking that they're due a good one, and with the market pulling back the way it has been as well, Tesla pulling back with it. But then again, if you take a strangle, you're not bothered about whether it's bullish or bearish. If you take an option strangle or a straddle, what you're looking for is volatility, and you want to get volatility with the open. So also with the earnings. So what you do is you're taking you're buying options that expire this coming Friday, and you're looking just maybe for 50. Look at what your break-even number is. Maybe $10 or $15 of movement overnight, because obviously you're going to buy before close and you're going to sell the following day. If it looks like it's trending, you might keep hold and have your stop loss in place when at the open, but it could make more money if it continues either up or down, whichever way it goes. So that's all you're looking for, is volatility. You're looking for a big move on earnings. Excuse me. So I think the fact that they've been so beat up, I think Tesla is due a bit of a bounce, and this earnings could be the catalyst that they need in order to get it. We're just sat here waiting for something to start moving again, or start moving on its own. Not a lot moving. It's not a busy morning. We've had one real mover this morning, which was MLEC or Moolec Science. Well, Moolec Science is the only real mover we've had this morning so far, and it's currently up 114%. We'll see what happens. Akbar still making highs. So this is sub $2. It's not something I tried, but it's currently 29% up on the day. Just broke a new high of day at 165. Got momentum stop. Anybody got any inside information? How was the weekend, guys? Bolting wise, I had a nice enough weekend. Both my rugby league team and my football team won, so laughing. Although to be fair, Manchester United got to the final of the FA Cup, but it was a absolute circus top event. That was funny. It's just got past that there, Ed. Yeah, from Thursday last week, it was 160 something, 166, I think it is. That was right at the open. It went up to 166 on Thursday, and it went up to 164 on Friday. So it's new highs, new 7-day highs. Looking at just testifying what you're saying there. So this is the daily, and last time it was up this level was back in June of last year. Yeah, it came down. It was a $10-11 stock in spring summer last year, and it had this all selling off, been down this level ever since. So maybe let's see. So thirsty. Where my dog is. Sleep on the floor over there. Give it a bit warm up, put the AC on. I know that's a bit too cold, so change that again later. It's a good week this week. We're only like 13k up on the month. It's a green month, and that's what we wanted after 2 red ones. It doesn't matter, a small green month will be fine. Any green's good green. Morning, Mike. And CC, though, we're coming in thick and fast now. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button, as you do. Already at goal, Mike. Wow. Good man. Oh, what's your goal now, Mike? Is it 500 or is it 1,000? $500. Okay, that's good earnings. Keep getting gold like that without giving it back, buddy. Maybe you want to increase it to 750. Don't do it now. Check out where you come at what your average is for this month at the end of the month, and what your average is for the year. And if you're over goal on average consistently, then just increase it slightly. And that's the best way to scale up. Is you don't want to be. What you don't want to do is let's say your goal is 500 bucks like Mike, and over a period of 3 months, you're consistently locking in on average, say 2k a day. You don't want to move your target to 2k, because that's the extreme. Even though you've been doing it consistently, that's the extreme. But you might want to move from 500 to 750. Why not move it to 1,000? Because that's halfway between. You know, it's all about the emotional impact of your trading. So if you move it too big too soon, you're going to start getting emotionally involved in the trade. The best thing you can do to scale up is incremental scaling up. So 500 to 600 even, or 500 to 750, whatever. But you do it small increments as you scale up. And before you know it, you end up, you're trading like I am, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 target per day. And you're not getting emotionally invested when you don't hit that, or when you have a 2,000, 3,000 losing day, because you're actually making those gains, and you've got accustomed to that kind of sizing. So if you find that you're getting emotionally invested, your heart rate goes up, and you're getting a bit nervous about your trade, the likelihood is you're trading too big, so size down a bit. Size down on your trade and also on your overall goal. You know, your overall goal doesn't have to be, you don't have to hit it on your first trade. You don't have to hit it on a single trade. You can take 2 or 3 trades to get there. With a small account, it's great if you can hit it on your first trade. 1 trade a day is a great way to grow a small account. When I say a small account, anything kind of from $5,000 to $25,000, I would say is a small account. You're just being pedantic there, dude. How'd you begin to understand the charts? Well, very simple. Study, Pat. Study. Yeah, Oscar, we're all guilty of doing that. So just trade pre-market, Mike. Just trade pre-market until you get consistent. What you can do is you can increase your goals and you can increase your size pre-market where you're comfortable. And then when the bell rings, trade tight, trade small with small risk until you get comfortable with the melee that is the open and that first 30 minutes. Just trade smaller. You're not going to lose a lot of money if you in a position, if you're in a very small position. It's that simple. But you can still make a lot of money by scaling in and you're not risking anything. So for example, if at the open you take 100 shares and it moves up 30 cents, you can add another 100 shares and you've got a buffer, quite a significant buffer of a pullback. And then if it continues to move up, you can have another 100 shares. Then you've got 300 shares in the position, which is 3 times where you started off with. And if it continues, then you just put a trailing stop in place and watch the money print. So if you're not comfortable with the volatility, Oscar, don't skip the first 5 minutes of the open, because you need to what you would normally be risking on a move pre-market and later in the day. You've got to increase that risk at the open because the range, if you're going to put, like, if you normally be risking 10 cents, at the open on a stock that you would normally risk 10 cents, you're probably going to have to risk 30 cents. So the only way you can do that is by sizing down, so you're risking the same amount of money. Either that or risk more money if you're comfortable with it. Because the range increases that first 5-10 minutes in particular, I would say 15, but that first 5-10 minutes, you get that increase in volume, increase in volatility, whatever stock you've been trading, and the range increases. So you're going to get a pullback that it was normally pulling back 5-10 cents before you would get stopped out. You might get a pullback to 25 cents and then it moves up and goes on and breaks new highs. So recognize that you're going to get an increase in the range in that first few minutes. So size down or just watch the price action, watch that first 5-10 minute candle form, 15-minute candle if you will, and use that as your opening range candle and trade opening range breakout. So if you watch that first range form after the bell, you're looking for something that's bullish. You've got 2 key levels then. You've got the opening range high and you've got the pre-market high. If it breaks the pre-market high before it finishes that first candle, then you're looking for the pre-market high as support, and then you're looking at the opening range high for a breakout. So yeah, just sit out the first 5 minutes if you're finding that volatility is just too much for you. I'm not gatekeeping any information, Pat. If you jump into my profile, there's a link tree there, and you get you started on everything. You have to study. That's the thing. So there's a good course there in the link tree that you can get to start studying how to day trade. The first thing I would say is download a copy or open an account with TradingView. Download a copy of TradingView, the software, onto your phone or onto your tablet. Don't trade on your phone, but this will allow you to. It's a charting platform. It's not a trading platform. You can link it with your broker and trade with it. I don't advise that. It's not a great idea to use TradingView as your trading platform. It's a charting platform. But what this will allow you to do is get used to the charts, understand the charts, and then start studying, okay, what's a candlestick chart? What for the newbies here, what is a candlestick chart? Well, what you're looking at here is a candlestick chart. So let's just look at what this is here, okay? So we've got a candle here, a red candle, which means the open is the top of this body is where it opened, okay? It closed at the bottom of the body. Okay, so what are these wicks on this candle? And that's why it's called a candle, because it's got a body and it's got wicks. Well, the top wick is the time frame high. Now, this is a 1 minute time frame. You can get 5, 10, 15, hourly, daily, whatever. But the height of the wick is the top, the highest price during that time frame. And the bottom of this wick is the lowest price during that time frame. Now, the wicks don't change. Okay, the wicks do not change in terms of highs and lows. However, the open and close does. So if it's a green candle, what you find is the bottom of the body is where it opens and it moves up. So hence a green candle. The top of the body is where it closes. But you've still got the high of the time succession high and the low. Okay, so that's how what a candlestick is. And this tells you about the price action during that time frame. So learn price charts, learn about charting. Come and join this stream on a daily basis. You'll get to see me trading live. You'll be talking about what I'm looking for, the patterns that you're looking for. You're looking for volume, volatility. What is that? Volume is the number of shares traded over a given time frame. The higher the volume, the more reliable the moves. Then you're looking for volatility. What do you mean by volatility? Well, the volatility is the difference between the high and low in a given time frame. So the volatility, when it's highly volatile, you're going to have larger candles. And what you're looking for is those larger candles, because that volatility introduces range, and the range is what we use to take profit from. So if on this AGBA, for example, we had this pullback here, and then we could have looked at, as it started to move back up, we could have looked at, okay, well, let's get in here at maybe 155 and then ride that up. And as it breaks a new low at 165, we're taking 10 cents out of that. 10 cents doesn't sound a lot, but if you're taking 1,000 shares, you just made $100. Yeah, Oscar, one of the biggest problems that day traders have is discipline. If you can get a strategy, and this is why having a mentor is great, because they can tell you what they've done right, what they've done wrong, and it cuts the corner. It does cut a lot of corners for you in terms of helping you get. But you can't use their strategy. What you can do is bastardize their strategy. Take that, learn from it, and adapt it to your own style that you're comfortable trading with. That for me, that's what I would recommend doing. And that's, I teach people my strategy. I teach people how I learned to trade and but I still say, don't do as I do as I say, because I still deviate from my plan, and it doesn't often work out well when I do it, and I still do it. So, and that's a lack of discipline. So Oscar, it comes as no surprise that you say you keep doing it because you're bored. Boredom trades very rarely pan out. Boredom trades very often, because you'll take a boredom trade not because it meets your criteria, but because you're bored. And you have criteria there to give you a higher percentage chance of making a winning trade and put the odds in your favor. When you take a boredom trade, it's not meeting your criteria, so the chances are out of your favor. Chances are with the house, with the casino, and you're like playing with the casino instead. So discipline is key when you trade it. $6.5K down, Mike. It's a red day on Friday. Being in it, that's what's great about this little channel. Since I started this channel, it helps me. It's great company. We've got a lot of like-minded people, regulars here. So if you're new to this channel, keep coming back. We're trading live every single trading day, every single market day. And it's not just me in the chat, but on YouTube, on TikTok. I will be going back on Twitch and Rumble and Twitter and all the other platforms shortly when I've worked out how to use the Rumble Studio, which will, and I'll give that a try in terms of multicasting. But yeah, but Oscar, just remember, a no trade day is not a losing day. So just because people watch people like me on social media, but more importantly, they watch the scammers on social media, and they think that day trading is all action and it's big money. And do you know what? If you're doing it right, it's actually boring. If you're doing it right, the majority of the day, if you could be sat in front of your charts for 4 or 5 hours if you want and still not take a trade, if you're doing it right, because you need to be disciplined. And if the setups aren't there, if like today, we had a good setup with MLEC earlier, but Moolec Science, but it's just trading sideways at the moment. And I'll put that on right now. It's just trading sideways at the moment. Well, there's no real good setups there at the moment. If we get a good setup, we can trade it. We're getting a bit of bunch of news dropping there at the bottom of the hour. Get a lot of news drops. Top and bottom of the hour tends to be when the news drops. So well, Shiv, again, if you're not feeling it, don't do it. I should have done that on Valentine's Day. I had issues, or the day after Valentine's Day. And if you're not in a good mental state of mind, do not trade. That includes if you're taking prescription medication or non-prescription, any kind of medication. If you've been drinking, if you're in emotional heartache, or if you've had a bereavement, if you are emotionally or mentally compromised, do not trade, because it will make it worse. Your judgment will be off, you'll lose money, and it will impact that emotional state or mental state of mind to the negative. So if you are emotionally or mentally compromised, do not trade. That is one thing I would say. If I can offer one piece of advice, aside from wearing sunscreen, Baz Luhrmann reference, is do not trade when emotionally or mentally compromised. Actually, see, Mike, it's a very good question. So if you're on TikTok, Mike's just asking, how do I feel about discipline in other areas of life that's related to trading discipline? And that's a very good question. And it's like a muscle. Discipline is like a muscle. So if you're disciplined in other areas of life, it becomes easier to be disciplined with trading as well. So exercise that. I know some people like to do yoga or other discipline. Some people do martial arts or whatever it is that you like to do, other than, if you talk about patience, well, take up fishing or golf or whatever it is. And don't just swing when you're playing golf. Be more disciplined. We introduce that level of discipline into other areas of life, and those areas will improve. But also, because you're carrying that, you're exercising that discipline muscle, you will increase your ability for discipline on trading as well. So it's a catch all, if you will. The better you become disciplined in life across the board, the easier it is to become disciplined in trading. But also, to be disciplined in trading, if you then take that discipline and expand it across your life, you'll have a better and more successful life as well in other areas, whether it be sports, hobbies, or pastimes, or just in general, business. Yeah, big names for earnings this week, Mark. Tesla, Google, Microsoft, IBM, Facebook. They're all there this week. Hey, Matt. Not seen you for a while, Matt. especially if it's a personal problem, Oscar. Not just even if it's a personal problem, especially if it's a personal problem, like Mike says. I think I saw you last week. I probably said hello last week, but there's that, you know, you've just not been a regular of late. That's what it is. TWG, recent ICO. Trying to stay over the VWAP, not holding, not great volume. Yeah, Chef, do that. Just be patient. Just be patient. We might see something really move. So we might get well, TRSG is probably not meeting the criteria because it's there's no leverage on it. It's been a recent IPO. If AGBA gets over $2, that might move well. Linkage yen's not got great volume, so I'm not seeing anything right now, but that's not to say that we won't see anything before the bell rings in an hour's time. And certainly we could see something after the bell rings. That's what it is, Matt. I see you in the Discord. I just don't see you. Don't see you in. I see your little lights on in the Discord. Oh, so hey, Black Eagle, good to see you back. So just for the guys on YouTube and the regulars on TikTok, I've just been accused of gatekeeping trading knowledge. Someone asked me how to get started, and I said you need to study, and I'm just accused of I'm like, hang on a minute, my whole channel is dedicated to educating people and helping people become better, profitable traders. How on earth can anybody accuse me of gatekeeping? Oh. I think that's the problem, John. Is when it's a generic answer. You need to study. You need to learn. People are looking for shortcuts. They think it's a get rich quick. Trading and investing is get rich quick, and it's not. It's for most of you that are here regularly. You know it's not easy, and there's good and bad with it as well. So you have to put the work in. You have to get the knowledge. It's like any professional. It's like any professional occupation that pays well. You're not going to be able to just turn your hand to it overnight because you want to give it a try. You're going to have to study. You're going to have to spend time acquiring the skills and the knowledge in order to do it properly. You can get lucky. Crypto is spinning the roulette, and you can get lucky with crypto or things like that. And but if you're going to be trading properly, you need the skills and the knowledge to do it properly, and that takes time. Sorry to hear that, Matt. She's behind me. She's fast asleep. I can't actually hear her just snoring all the way over there. Big bedroom, this. I was going to move my my desk up to the office, and I went up to the office, and oh my goodness, it was hot. It was so hot. I almost dehydrated like 10 minutes up there. There's an air conditioner. I put the air conditioning on, and it just wasn't cooling fast enough. So what I'll probably do is I'll put it up this coming weekend, and then I'll put the air conditioning on an hour before I go in and switch the computer on. Because man, the new office, or what will be my new office, is the loft in the house, and it's just so warm. When I've got these high ceilings in the house because of the heat, the heat rises, so that the whole point of having high ceilings is that it allows for the cool air, you know, convection and all that, cool air to away where the people are. But it's just so hot, so I thought, nah, I'll leave it for a little while. Well, I've got AC, Matt. I've got AC in all the rooms. It's just I don't put AC on 24/7 in all the rooms. It's just when it was in there. But it was so hot. It was like walking into a greenhouse and then trying to chill it down, and it wasn't cooling quick enough. One looks pretty. No. Right. Yeah, absolutely, Chesty. And that's what you should do, Oscar. So if you can record the screen, and if you're using Dash Trader, there's actually a function in Dash Trader where you can actually record your trades. You can actually record your home screen on Dash Trader. You can record your trades live, and so there's a function in that. Or just get OBS Studio or something like that and record your trades. You can record screen record or whatever. You can do it with what we call it, the snipping tool. There's a video recording things on snipping tool, and you record your screen. So you can do that, but also use a journal, a trading journal. It allows you to look at your actual entries and exits, and it also gives you statistics around it in terms of your most favorable expectation, your most favorable or least favorable expectation, all that kind of thing. And you can actually look at, okay, I got into that trade, my most favorable expectation was X, I only managed to take Y, what's the difference? And what did I do in terms of what do I need to change and to maximize my profitability on that trade? So you're not just looking at, you know, what you did right and what you did wrong. You can look at ways of improving as well. So journal your trades. I use TraderView, but there's Trade Anvil, TraderView. There's loads of different trader journals out there that you can use. And I recommend TraderView because it's what I use. Yeah, absolutely, Matt. I used to do that in Dublin. Yeah, that's where I'm a degenerate than you, John. At first and second pullback, absolutely, but yeah, I'll go for the third and fourth and fifth until it's exhausted. Yeah, absolutely, Chesty. I see what you've done there, Oscar. 90, 270, and 450. So it's a 1, 3, and 5x on the 90. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Absolutely, Brandon. One of the best pieces of advice that was ever given to me was by one of the worst managers I ever had in sales. Was slow down, and that was it. Slow down, and you apply it to pretty much everything. Slow down in your decision making. His advice was actually public speaking, and was slow down. think about what you're about to say, and people will wait for you to say what you want to say, what you want to tell them. They're there to listen to you, so they will wait for you to speak. So slow down. And then it was, okay, well, remember the advice I gave you about public speaking? Well, in managerial context, on decision making as well, do the same thing, slow down. When you're making decisions about things, slow down. And you can apply that to any area of your life, and it's just be deliberate about what you're thinking. So slow down. And with trading, that's what I said earlier, when what is it, ADIL moved up, and which is currently the top momentum stock right now, back over $2. When ADIL moved up, I always want to look at the catalyst. I just look at the details page on Benzinga. Even if there's no catalyst, doesn't mean I'm not going to get into the stock. What it does is it slows me down enough to know that I'm going to get continuation on this momentum. I can look and see what's the float size, what's the relative volume, what's the short interest, as well as what the catalyst, and a whole bunch of stuff that I might be looking at, and say, okay, well, it saved me from getting in here around kind of 260, 270, 275, and then it pulled back and I get a losing trade. So slowing down can actually save you a lot of money. SE. Come take a look at SE, Ricky. No volume. Oh, C Limited, no volume. It's popped up on very little volume. Don't trust it. The spreads are 40 cents at least. Range is 30 cents. So the spreads are not covered by the range, by the 1 minute ATR. So too risky. C Limited at the moment, way too risky for me. What do I think on Marathon Digital, Jose? Well, let's have a look at Marathon, because it's up today. Got up a huge amount, granted. It's had a good day on Friday with Bitcoin, and it's $17. It's not a huge volume at the moment. I think Riot Platform's probably a little bit better at the moment. In terms of volume and relative volume speaking as well. So to put this into context, Marathon Digital normally does about 67 million shares a day on average, and at the moment it's 1.3. So relative volume is quite low. So from a day trade point of view, you're looking for things with a catalyst. You're looking for something that's got good momentum. This doesn't really have momentum either way. It's below the VWAP, so if anything, the momentum's to the downside. It is shortable, and it's below the VWAP. It hit a high this morning of 1709. So it's it seems to be quite poor. Oh, 1760 at 4 o'clock in the morning. It was. Look like it's got 1709 on the montage, but it's 1760 was the high of day, and it's been selling off ever since. So today it looks like a downward. So it looks like it's probably shortable today. I'm not saying that you should. Not saying that it will continue selling off, but it's below the VWAP. It's on relatively low volume, so probably not something I would. The range isn't great for it either. It's $17 stock, and the range, the 1 minute ATR is less than 4 cents. So not a great opportunity for an intraday trade right now. That could all change at the open. So that's what I think of Marathon Platforms there, Jose. MLEX just chopping sideways. Bouncing on the VWAP. Don't get married to a stock because it's the only one moving. I think that was my first ever sales training course, was Dale Carnegie, Mike. I remember that book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Good book, actually. No worries, Shift. There's nothing worth trade. There is nothing moving to trade right now. So sitting, I mean, being patient. I mean, we've got 40 minutes before the bell rings. We might get something at the top of the hour. We might get something at the open. But right now, just be patient. Yeah, 75 cents. It's not my cup of tea there, Ricky. It's sub $1 allowance, sub $2. Oh, I'm not seeing it on my scanners. Yeah, it's just sideways. Underneath the VWAP there. DJT. Bessie. The maggers might try and drive it up, but I'm not. There's no volume. There's no range on it. We'll see what happens later. Yeah, I'm not keen on this. I mean, the 9's below the 20. We had the death cross here. The death cross here at 313 or whatever it is. So I have the death cross there on the EMA. So I'll wait for the golden cross before I even think about getting back in, which is going to be over $3, probably $3.10. I probably will wait. I would probably wait now for a new high. Maybe look at getting in at the $0.25. Over $3 for sure on Roulette. That's just me, my opinion. I'm not a financial analyst. I'm not a market professional. I'm not offering stock picks or anything like that, or signals. It's just my opinions. It's the moochings and mirandings of a fat guy on the internet. That's all I'm giving today, or any other day for that matter. Absolutely, Oscar. Range, it depends. It depends, Oscar. If you're in a range-bound market, then large stocks will trade range-bound as well, and that's when you can profit from doing range-bound trading. If you're in a selling market, then like we were last week, then you want to be going short on the larger caps. You want to be looking at certain levels, like a VWAP trade. A VWAP fade strategy is usually good on larger caps when the market's selling off. When the market's rallying, it looks like it might be a green day today on the S&P 500, and the market's rallying. It's sideways at the moment, but if it's moving up and the VWAP on the market is moving up, and you see it inclined, then you might want to be looking for VWAP bounces and trading or 9 EMA bounces or whatever it is, and trade the upwards momentum. So yeah, range-bound trading is only really good in a range market for the large cap stocks. That's my opinion. Again. Yeah, I think we might get a bounce, and then we'll see what happens later in the week as to whether it's a dead cap or not, and it continues down. Absolutely, Mike. And I tend to concentrate more on upside momentum anyway. That's kind of my strategy, is momentum trading to the upside. But I have traded ranges. I just find it, for me, only works in a range bound market. If you're trading higher cap stocks, I tend to trade the lower cap stocks because there's more volatility to profit from. And that's why I play in this area rather than the high caps. If you play in with the high caps, you tend to find they're a lot more reliable when they're trending. You don't get the volatility flushes the same as you do with the lower caps. But yeah, it's all about personal preference. Morning, Tom. How you doing? Couple of news pending halts. Here we go. We're getting news coming out now. So what's going on with my scanner? Keeps duplicating like that. Most of the action is below $2 today. To be fair, got TRSG, which is sideways around $7, which is an IPO on Friday. Normally I'm looking for stocks around 13, 14, 15% up at the open, a potential gap and go. We've only got 2 stocks that meet that criteria, and one of those is sideways and not doing much, which is Tungray. The other one's quite extended and looks like it's coming to pull it back now. Looks like it's done a 5-minute double top. So kind of around 325, 330-ish. This is what we're looking at right now. High of day 331. So best bet is just to sit and wait. Check your emails. Play Call of Duty for a bit. Whatever it is that need to do, keep you disciplined. Is Tesla a good entry at 140? Let's have a look at this. Oh, tomorrow, earnings tomorrow, I think, isn't it, Tesla? Ooh, it's down hard. A good entry at 140, it's just bounced on 140, so I would say, personally, 142.50. I'm looking at the 60-minute chart for confirmation. So the next looking for, if it's continuing to sell off and you're looking to go long on Tesla, look for confirmation of a bounce, something that looks like it is actually going to bounce. So I'm looking at the higher time frames, a candle to make a new high on the higher time frame, and then if you look at that candle, which currently the current 1 minute, we're just about closing out, 60-minute candle. The high is 142.66, so I've been looking at like 142.50, and then you look at the lower time frame patterns that are mooching up to that to say, okay, is that going to be a decent entry? If you're looking at 140, as an entry right now, there's nothing to say it's going to come back and break. Not going to come back and break that right now. So we just tapped 140. We'll potentially look at this one here. We went down to 140.75 and then bounced, and then came back and broke it further lows. So it could do that again. We'll wait for confirmation on the higher time frames. That's what I'd do, at least, anyway. There's so much spam. Nvidia, disappointing. Lost a couple $100,000 off Nvidia over the last couple of weeks. Over $100,000 on Friday alone. But I'm still up huge amounts, so I've got to zoom out and take a big deep breath. I'm in it for the long term. That's why you can't get too het up about, you know, pullbacks and, you know, retracements and things like that. If you're in a company for the long term, you've got, this is what I'm in it for, and you're averaging in and out, buying more. That's what I'm doing with Nvidia. I see it as a long-term, good, strong bet, which I'm expecting. If it comes back down, maybe 750, certainly 700, I'll be buying more. Yeah, exactly. Diamond Hands is fantastic. And you're picking good stocks, Diamond Hands. Diamond Hands is a fantastic investment strategy. However, it's not a good trading strategy. Whole point of trading is you're taking profit, and profit as you go. Diamond Hands is not a trading strategy. Neo, what's Neo doing now? I remember Neo trading for like $40 or something. Dude, don't like that. It's just barcoding. So Neo like 370. It's just barcoding right now. Crappy volume, zero range, no range at all. Hence the barcoding. So Neo, there's no decent intraday trade there. It's been heavily beaten up. This was a $6 stock there earlier in the year. So yeah, EVs are not getting a good time at the moment. But yeah, fill your boots. I'm not touching Neo. There's a reason it's $3. Although they do make better cars than Tesla do, build quality wise. Yeah, they all got a lot of earnings this week there, Bob. Yeah, sub 2. I'll take a look at it. I'm not going to trade it, but you see. So let me have a quick look at what the catalyst is, because at this rate, it could get over $2 very, very quickly. Because currently, this was a 77 cents at close yesterday. It's already up 75% on the day. So NewGen IVF signs non-binding term sheet for potential reverse merger with European Wellness Investment Holdings. That's why that's moving up. Issue 53.6 million ordinary shares to shareholders of European Wellness Investment Holdings or an associated exchange for 100% equity interest at $5 a share. Oh, there you go. Looking for $5 a share. Fair play to you, John. Thoughts on MLEC at the open? It's looking a bit weak right now. Watching it for it's at the VWAP, but the volume is a lot lower than it was. It's still decent though. Still decent volume. I mean, let's put it into context. Normally does about 70,000 shares a day. It's done 26.3 million shares already in the pre-market. So big moves for Mulek. Big moves. But it's now below the VWAP. It's below $3. The 9's below the 20. It's looking weak right now, and it wouldn't surprise me if this drops at the open. It's hard to borrow with my broker, and it's on the short sale restriction list, so shorting it is not really an option. It could go. It's probably the only gap and go candidate we've really got, because it's the only thing that's got a gap on it. We've got TRSG, but that's only got 1 day's trading. It was an IPO on Friday. So you can't really look at that for a gap and go in terms of real price action context. It's up to TRSG is up 21% from Fridays from its close on its first day of trading. So yeah, gap and go, one of my favorite strategies. MLEC is the only gapper we have right now. Go above $2. A few below $2 that could move and could break over to $2. But that's my floor is $2. I don't trade under $2. Well, try not to trade under $2. Again, an IVF. Careful of the devil horns, though. There we go. Over the $0.50, which is a psychological level. This is a recent IPO from earlier in the year. Last month, I think. No, earlier this month. Does have catalyst. So, yeah, if you haven't already, we've got a little over 20 minutes before the bell rings. Not a lot of movement. This is the top momentum stock at the moment, but it's below $2, so I'll wait. And whilst we're waiting for something to move, just smash that thumbs up button. And if you want to, hit the sub button while you're at it. You can see the stocks there on TikTok. Sure you can. Yeah, you can. You've got the symbol. There's NIVF. You've got the price there. You've got the movement. So you've got the symbol. You've got the price. You've got the percentage gap from the last trading day's close. You've got the volume on the day. You've got the change over the last hour, the change over the last 30 minutes, the change over the last 15 minutes. So you can see all of that on the old Tockety Tick. Yeah, I'm talking about the scanner. Let me just check. Yeah, we'll put it on clear mode. If the chat's in your way on TikTok, column that's your phone then, Ricky Ticky, on the scanner, because I'm just looking at it here, and it's you can see it. It's neither, Emily. This is equities. We're talking stocks and shares. We're trading the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ. Well, you need it. I'll tell you what I'll do. There you go. Does that help you? That'll help you there, Jack. Yeah, if the chat's covering the symbol, put it on clear mode there, Adam. Well, PRSG is at the VWAP now. I just rejected. MLEC is looking a bit weak now. Get him? Yes, it is. It is the gold channel. Get him? It's the gold standard, is what it is. It's the gold standard in day trading. Yeah, I can see that. Getting a bit of a momentum on that, so let's have a look at that. Reverse stock split. That have been 337 close price on Friday, relatively speaking. Mark for life. No leverage. It went up over $5 and popped back down again. Not great volume. be fair. 300,000 shares traded. So it's not great volume at the moment. But we'll see. Morning, Rob. Spreads are not too bad. 5 cents. A range of 45 cents. That's actually decent. Our spreads are as much as 10 cents actually. And 10-15 cents on the spreads, which is still good for a 45 cent, 46 cent 1 minute range. Yeah, that's pain in the hole when it does that. The Oscar, which is why limit orders are essential. If you use the limit order there, I'm not sure, Tom. Watching it, if it gets back above $3, $3.10 maybe, look, we can have a look. But I'm not comfortable with it. MLEC, Mulek. Not 15 minutes, just under 15 minutes before the market opens. So down here, it could be over $3. It could be interesting. But right now, I'll look at it on the 5 minutes for the confirmation. We've got 303, 301, 3. So yeah, I'd say 305 just to be certain. 305 on that one. These ones, so 303, 303. Yeah, so 303 is what I'm seeing in terms of resistance. 301 in terms of support. So that $3 area gets 305 and then test $3 of support and then make a new high above 305. I think we might get another go. But yes, buts and maybes. Might just be a no trade day. If you didn't manage to get the Mulek move like 6:30 this morning, it might be a no trade day, and that's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing, but it's not a bad thing. No trade day is not a losing day, so don't be worried if there's nothing sets up. Don't think you have to take a trade. You don't. Just be patient. Smart for life. Going to get back over 4. Moves 4 now. GWAP currently at 428, 429. So probably not worth. What's this bounce level here at 422? So yeah, $0.25 is a must. No degen this morning. No, Mike. There's nothing to degen with right now, to be fair. Yeah, well, the spreads are quite rangy, quite whippy. I mean, I'm seeing 10-15 cents on the spread. So there you go, 5 cents at the moment, 8 cents. So and the range is now is getting smaller. So just it looks like it's popped up and it's coming back down to kind of where it was previously. It's now 11% up on the day, which is neither here nor there really across the range of the day. Good. Wiki or Whippy? Not seeing anything that's taking my fancy today right now. I'm thinking this could be a very early, very small green day today. There is 2 IPOs slated for launch today, and the tickers are MFI and YYGH. So those are 2 IPOs. One is due to YYGH is due to launch at $4, and all I'm seeing is a bid for 500 shares for $2.66 on the level 2 right now. And we've got MFI. I've got plenty on the level 2 with that one. I've got $14 ask, and I've got $4.50 on the bid. So we'll see about those 2. Great tech, yeah. I mean, it did go up to almost $12 on Friday before pulling back and finishing red. So it opened on Friday at $6.58. It was a $5 launch or whatever. It opened at $6.58 and it went up to almost $12, $11.78. So there is upside potential with TRSG, but I'm not seeing much in the way of volume on it, and that's partly because it's A, there's no leverage with my broker because it's an IPO, and B, because it's an IPO. Yeah, that's a fair point, dude. But actually, I don't tend to pay much mind to the fees until I'm topping up at the end of the month and what I want to withdraw. But if you're learning to trade, if you're a newbie, don't get hung up on the fees and charges. You're gonna lose money to start off with. Don't get hung up on the fees and charges. If you lose money, if you make a positive, profitable trade, that's a good thing. Get used to locking in green on the gross. The net will come. The net will come after. You'll start. As long as you get consistency with locking in the green on the gross, you'll cover the fees in the long term at the later stage. It's about staying afloat to start off with. Change the AC to a fan. It's getting a bit too chilly. You'll get there, Tom. You definitely will. You definitely will. It's about, it'll click. It'll all click at once, and you'll go over like a 10 or 12, 15-day green streak, and you think, oh, by George, I think I've got it. And you'll be sucker punched in the stomach. You'll have a big red day that wipes out that 10-day green streak. But you'll have turned the corner. The only difference being is discipline. Sometimes you lose that discipline, and that's what causes the big reds. and you get better at that over time. But it's the consistency. Once you start hitting that consistency, there's no turning back from that. Yeah, don't chase a trade today. If it's not on, don't chase it. All day, we all get humbled. Even I did. Like I say, emotionally compromised on the 14th, and blew up the account live on stream. So, testimony to don't trade when you're emotionally or mentally compromised. Hey, Laurenus. Cheers, Tom. You need to get out more, buddy. You really need to get out more. You know what? I'm getting peckish. No, absolutely, Ed. Just slow down. In life, life is for living, so slow down. Doing everything to breakneck pace is what your employers want you to do. Just slow down. Enjoy life. Take your time with it. Doesn't matter what it is, and you'll have a better life by doing that. Yeah, dude. I was calculating how much I lost before I'd started making profits, and it was 37,500 and change. I lost before I started consistently making profits. Absolutely, Tom. But there you go. There's a perfect analogy. So that slow down advice, one of the best pieces of advice I've ever had. Tom's just said that's what his girlfriend's always telling him. So look, if you use it in all aspects of life, your life will be better. So when you go to bed tonight, slow down. Oh. Not yet, Cora. They've not come up with the. They've not come up with the. They will do. They always do. It's not the first time it's happened. But they came up with a solution which was to upgrade my platform to the latest version, and to right-click on the level 2 and click remove sticky quotes. So here's, if you're using Dash Trader, Speed Trader Pro, or Traders Elite Pro, whatever your version of Dash Trader is called, upgrade to the latest version on a regular basis. But also every morning before you start trading, right click on the level 2 and click remove sticky quotes. And the reason I was getting crappy fills was because I didn't do that. So apparently, if you do that, you'll get better fills, and you won't get fills out of the national best. So yeah, they've not. I'm back trading. I'm live trading again, Cora, but I've not received the credit for the poor fills that I got due to the market data glitch. So I will get that though, and they've already told me. I had an email this morning that they will let me know once it's all been calculated, which will probably be at the end of the month when they're trying to calculate fees and charges and things like that as well. I do, Tom. I do. Charging for advice. not going to be a huge amount. I mean, there's the difference between where I got filled and where I should have got filled. It was like 1,000 shares, so it was like 5 cents. So it was what, $50 or whatever it is. It's not a big deal. But it happened to me on Friday as well, which is why I complained, and that's why they gave me they told me to update to the latest version, which I've done, and remove sticky quotes. Well, I'll change my scanners. That was a pretty uneventful pre-market. Here we go. Good luck, guys. Have a look at the top gapper for us. Donald J. Trump's really moving. DJT. DJT. Spreads 10, 20, 30, 40 cents. 40 cents on the spreads, so just be careful with DJT. Oh, 60 cents on the spreads. Horrible spreads. Horrible spreads. Just be careful with DJT. And like we had the pop-up, looks like it's pulling back again. An idea. Not with that kind of good news, it might move up again, but not yet. XMFL, Smart for Life, no movement. So I guess let's just wait. Be patient. Slow down. $0.20 spreads on Smart for Life. Oh. An IVF, also to the upside. Looks like it will gap up slightly. No, so it's a level reduction on that one. Yeah, I think this is Edible Garden just halted. What's going on there? I've traded that well a couple of times. See. Agbar. Rock the Agbar, rock the Agbar. It's fairly thickly traded. A lot of sellers at 65. Big sellers at 65. Get over those big sellers at 65. It might be okay. Some big sellers at 65. On 65. Do let science testing 310 again, but Donald Trump down under 35 again. Testing 34.50 EGNT. Just broke a new session high. It's not got the momentum I would have expected for a gap and go. S&P 500. Thought it might get back over 500. That's 497 30s. Let's look at the SPY. There's nothing else moving right now, so let's look at the market. Oh, very choppy to the downside. Looks a bit dangerous, to be fair. Yes, but it looks like it's going to break the session lows. We've had our opening 5 minutes, and we're breaking session lows. So that's the market. It's a selling day. Well, funny saying that. We've got the likes of Google is moving to the upside, breaking session highs. Nvidia broke session highs and then pulled all the way back and now breaking session lows. Mulek now breaking session highs, getting very close to that pre-market high of 331. To get over the $1, which is what I call that pre-market. It's a key level. That's the swing high on the last pop. Good stuff, John. I think I'm just going to be disciplined. I'm going to knock it on the head. That's right. Nothing really exciting me to the upside. Market continues to sell off. I might look for NIVF resumed. NIVF moving higher, session highs, new session highs. It gapped up slightly to 135. And it tests that pre-market high on 54, I think it is. 55. On 54. Yeah, we're getting a lot of the higher cap stocks are moving up now. The market is moving down, so Tesla are trying to move up. Hold off hard. IBM, no, there's not much going on there. What about Meta? That's choppy as hell. A lot of choppiness, sideways chop with a lot of these high price stocks. Have a look at Donny J. Trump. Is he going to get a bounce today? It's red on the day at the moment. Not great volume. Spreads are horrible, so I don't recommend day trading this at the moment. It doesn't set up in terms of risk because of the range versus the spreads, and it is a higher price stock. So choppy day, guys. Very choppy day. Very choppy day at the moment. I'll just be careful. Patience is a key. NIVF halted again to the upside. Look at MLEC. I didn't like it unless it broke pre-market highs. I called 325 pre-market. Look at that. That must be an offering. Let me have a quick look. They're just... $249 is the halt level. Seeing any SEC filings for it. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, on the wrong one. We like the sciences. We just hit the market. Big pullback. Yeah, not seeing any reason for that flush. The way it would just kept going, I thought it might have been an offering, but no, it's bouncing here. Glad I didn't get in at or even look to get in at 325. Do have another halt. The upside, which is Tungray Tech, Friday's IPO. NIVF halted to the upside. Resume in about 2 minutes. It's still going. It's under 260 now. Hey Ali, how you doing? Let's have a look at when did this halt? I've got 3 minutes on that one. Agbar. Double topping here at 166. Can it make a new session high? Can it test the pre-market high? Not sure. PWG, last week's IPO as well. It's not up at the halt level. Spreads actually not too bad. Actually, the spreads are not great. The 10 cents on the spreads, 14 cents on the 1 minute APR. The volume's not great, so I'll probably stay away from that. Go back to NIVF, which is halted and should resume in about 20 seconds. Let's see. I've got a 160 resumption on the imbalance, so we should get a slight gap up. Well, you come to the right place, Ali. Every single day we're trading here live. Take questions. There's the gap up. I'll fill it for support before moving back. Support at the pre-market high. Yeah, there, and it's about to halt again. Oh, this could be of interest shortly. I don't trade below $2, so this gap, so it did hit the halt level now 177, 183 now to the upside. Good catalyst, pattern catalyst. 183. PRSG, where that That will resume in about a minute's time. We'll come back to that. It's not, to be fair, Ali, it's not the best day for trading today. Not a lot of good movement. Although saying that, Edible Garden is over $5 and halted for the second time. Did they have a catalyst? Halted at 43, so that will resume at 48. No catalyst with Edible Garden. But NIVF halted to the downside now. PRSG looks like it's a 10-minute halt. That'll be because it's a recent IPO. Is that what it is, John? Clients catalyst. Oh, yeah, we've got a couple of minutes. What else? Let's have a go back to Mulek. Yeah, I didn't like that going into the open. I'm not seeing any news on Edible Garden today. Yeah, no, I wasn't seeing news. I'm seeing it now. Edible Garden regains compliance with NASDAQ bid price requirement. There you go. That's why it's moving. Oh, it's a bit of a wishy-washy catalyst. It's already average session volume. Normally does 265,000. It's done pretty much that already today at Edible Garden. So Nvidia breaking some highs. Come on, Nvidia. Gee up, boy. Gee up. Depends on the volume. I would look at the volume on it. So Edible Garden just resumed. I'll come back to that one in a second. So like Edible Garden. Still got leverage and everything else. No leverage on Edible Garden. We had leverage the other week. That's a bit crappy. This is the way. Spreads are quite whippy. Not great volume. Spreads are quite whippy. Edible Garden. A Smart for Life. Resumed, pull back. just not seeing it, guys, to be fair. Got about a minute for Tungray. Got an $8 resumption on Tungray, so that would be a 50-cent gap up. Let's see. Just not seeing anything that's really getting my salivation glands going today. Edible could, if it would. Don't like the spreads on it. 29 cents on the 1 minute ATR, and the spreads are 30 cents. Yeah. So the spreads are covering the pretty much match with the ATR, so it's risky. Risky. TRSG resumed. $8 resumption. Spreads on Tungray 10 cents, 15 cents, and 15 cents. Back over right, it might that move. But it's trying to fill the gap to the downside. This is a Tony you've not seen before, extremely disciplined. Yeah, going on with Matterport. Just come out of nowhere. Matterport strategic merger with CoStar Group unveiled. So, CoStar Group to acquire Matterport. $5.50 a share. So you'll not get much more. This will flatline. I wouldn't get excited about Matterport. This is just gapped up and it will flatline because the acquisition it's an acquisition and it's going to be $5.50 a share. So probably won't get much over $5 on Matterport. Could be wrong, but experience tells me I won't be. Absolutely, Mike. Thought I wasn't going to get fill, but I actually got a good fill. Where I was trying to get in. The 30-cent trailing stop on that just to see if because that's the ATR. Quite volatile. Moves up. Get 8.50 on before it stops me out. I'll be okay. Yeah, I got into the break of new highs there, John, but pulled back since then, so I don't like this. I'll let it play out. EJ Trump. Right bar. Approaching the mystical milestone of $2. Alt level of 219. For the break off, there's not a lot of sellers there. Big sellers at $2. I'll go back to thin out. Garden breaking new highs over 550 now. That might be the one to watch. 570. And is my stop. Double Garden halted at 570, it looks like. We have a nice steak dinner tonight. We didn't have enough carbs. That empty feeling in your stomach. Or maybe I'm just craving something. What's the resumption looking like on an edible garden? Right, level resumption. nothing really jumping out saying, come trade me. Yeah, we just need it. It's a good job it's not like this every day, Morg. What helped me get the most? What helped me the most getting started in stocks? That's a good question, Ali. What helped me the most when I was getting started? COVID. I didn't have anything else to do. So, the fact that I lost my VP position, kind of regional VP position of a tech company I used to work for, as a response to COVID, and there was no getting a new job at that time, because if anything, companies were downsizing to cope with it. So, if after losing so much to start off with, if I'd had the option to go out and actually get a replacement job, JOB, 9 to 5, never was 9 to 5, but then I probably would have gone out and got another RVP job. And when we came back online, I just started getting consistent. So I was getting snippets of I can do this, and then I got consistent when lockdown finished. I was consistent, and I had no need to go back to the office, and I had no desire to go back to the office at that. So yeah, COVID's probably what helped me and kept me at it. Otherwise, I probably would have given up after the first 3-4 months. Exactly, John. Exactly. You know what my day consisted of today? I got up this morning, took the dog for a walk, came back. I got the leaf blower out and blew the fallen leaves around the garden. Skimmed the leaves out to the pool, and then went for a swim. That was my morning. So. Edible garden, here we go. Absolutely, John, and that's the whole idea. Not quite early retirement, but not far off. What about this one? Like it's going to halt to the downside. I was waiting for a confirmation over the photo of kind of $6.25. 6.25. Never got there. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. That's not great either. That is the definition of choppy. Oh. Breaking highs, but I mean, come on. Art for life. Choppy as hell. IVF looks like it's trying to curl back around. Get over the pre-market high. This could go again, but needs to get there first. Yeah, not a great day for trading today, guys. Good stuff, Mike. Good to see that you are being disciplined as well. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything right now. I'll give it another 5 minutes, and then I'll just knock it on the head. I'll come back later when the IPOs go live. See what happens. I'll be in the Discord by all means. Yeah, but it's choppy as hell, Wham. Go back to Art for Life. I'll see what the resumption 520. So it looks like a nice gap up, 20 cents. Still don't trust it. That's just choppy as hell. That action. How do you trade that? Buying the 20 and selling every 20 cents? I don't know. Maybe. Duo breaking highs. Maybe I should look at some of the higher cap stocks. Got 2 IPOs due to launch at some point in the next hour. Those are what I'm watching. Maybe get a nice bit of momentum, but there's nothing sustaining, no good momentum right now. So it's small red at the moment. Just need one stock. If I can get 30 cents on a stock, I'll be 20 cents even. I'll be back green. I can lock in a small green day. So that's what I need today, the small green day. $5.21. So this should resume in about 2 minutes ish. Agba. I think I'm going to get over $2 on Agba now. Terrible Garden looking at resuming at. Just did. If it gets back over 6, 605 is the halt level. That's the problem with this. Got filled. I wanted to get filled at 580. I got filled at bloody 606. That's a terrible fill. That's 20 cents because I wasn't quick enough on the. All right. $6.25 is the halt level. Up there. Nice. That'll do. That'll do. Good start. Get over this pre-market high. Mark for life. Leverage. Yeah, I believe it when I see it. No offense, collector, but I believe it when I see it. I can't believe people are still holding bags on AMC. Spreads. Oh, I'm not getting those silly partial fills I was getting on Friday. That's good. I think the software update seems to have worked. Let's see. Do we get the bounce on the 9 like we were doing earlier? It's halted. 72 edibles. I've switched over to the wrong one. Tiny object syndrome. 5. Back over 5 on the ask. We need to take the bid with it. Boredom trading at its finest. Don't boredom trade, guys. It doesn't usually work out. Take the bid with you. Over $5 on the ask. I need the bid to be over $5. Yeah, just looking at this action, it's choppy as hell all the way up, but it is moving fairly well. Yeah, I missed it trading this junk. Well, it was a small red day, now turning into a mediocre red day. 690, another 20-cent gap up. Edible garden. Poet. Five words. Edible. So, for a minute before it resumes, a little over a minute, so we'll stick around on Edible Garden and just trading that earlier. Managed to get 400 bucks. Here, 6 to 640. I think I'll have one more opt and see what happens. If I see a setup, looking for anything decent. Not seeing it though. Nice strong move will be great. A $7 resumption. This should resume in about 10 seconds-ish. My stopper, I was just about to cancel it. The average double up. Right at the $0.50. on. New high day. 739. We're looking for 50. AGBA finally got over $2. What's with the 30-cent spreads? Parabolic all the way up to 8 without stopping me. That would be nice. Unlikely, but we'll get $500 out of this at least. 150. 800. Alright, slippage. Let me green on the trade again. Yeah, market's selling off, so don't look for too much continuation. At $8, I'll be absolutely stoked on this. $802 the whole level. Nice. Stopped out. That's fine. Takes me green. I'm back down to 3.5K. Not really seeing much else. Okay, I'm going to lock it up. I'm going to stick around for the IPOs, which are just going live right now. So I want to. YYGH is the first IPO to go live. I'm still going to end up then the stream. I'm going to let this this first 5-minute candle to form, and then I'll look at which way to trade it. And I'll be back tomorrow, same place, same time, guys. So take it easy, and I'll see you 7 o'clock for these scanners, 8 o'clock for the live trading. Take it easy, guys.